What if your child is injured at school? Who's at fault? Can you make a claim? Well, the first thing I would tell you is if your child is injured at school, we've gotten many of these calls over the years. Many of them, unfortunately, are serious injuries, but quite often we get calls for what I would consider minor injuries. And so I would tell you, if your child is injured at school, if it's a minor injury, something that's temporary, in a few weeks is going to heal up with no permanent problems, it's probably going to be difficult to make a legal claim that's going to be worth pursuing. Yes, you have the right to see who caused the injuries, and yes, it may be someone else's fault and someone else may owe money, but just the logistics and the difficulty of going into a school environment and proving what did wrong for smaller injuries that heal up pretty quickly, I just say take a deep breath and think about, is that something you want to do? But as I said, sometimes the injuries are pretty serious. So what do you do if the injuries are serious, and how do you go about that? Well, if your child is injured at school, the first thing is nothing is automatic. Just because your child is injured at school does not mean that the school is going to be responsible. We have to go through the process of figuring out what happened, who caused the injury. Maybe it was a schoolmate who's been a bully, and the school knew they'd been a bully for a long time and hadn't done anything. If your child was exposed to that risk of being around a bully and the school knew about it and just didn't confront it and do something about it, then the school may be responsible to you, as well as the bully and their family. We might go after both of them in that situation. What if your child is going down the hall in the school and just slips? And you say, well, gosh, he just slipped. Well, maybe he just slipped, or maybe he slipped because the school used a new type of wax on the floor. They were trying to cut budget, save money. A lot of schools are having to save money, and so they go and they hire a new crew to come in and clean the floors, and all of a sudden you find out, wait a minute, they used the wrong type of wax on the floor. Your child is going down the hall, and all of a sudden the feet slip out in front of them, or slip out from underneath them, and they fall. Well, that might not be your child's fault. It might not be the school's fault. It might be the cleaning crew's fault, or it might be both the cleaning crew and the school's fault. We would look at all those. So again, what you have to do is look at the facts of each case, prove who did something wrong. If it's the school or the school system, if it's a teacher, if it's some independent contractor coming into the school performing a service, you just have to see what happened. So early investigation, get the facts and get the witnesses, all that information will be critical to winning your case.